Alright guys, we're live. And do some Pauper. Oh yeah. So, give me one moment. I'm trying to get some links out there real quick. We'll get going. Meantime, I guess I'll bring up this just a little bit. And leave up the old Boros list. So let's do this. Hell yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can make this work a little. I'm doing the best I can. Screw it. Alright, cool. There we go. No? Come on. Got it. Sweet. Okay. So, I'm just going to put some links out there really, really fast. And we'll get going. Where's this at? Oh, there it is. Alrighty then, guys. I think that about covers it. So, let me just say, first off, thanks for hanging in. Thanks for checking in. If this is on YouTube later, thanks. You know, be sure to watch. I try and do these streams. I used to do them fairly often. Recently, I've been kind of off my game a little bit, so I haven't been doing them as much. But I'm hoping to do them a little bit more often in the near future. So, I figure, why not start now? So, you know, I've got a day off. I was originally going to go play some Standard Showdown, one of the last weeks for it, but unfortunately I just kind of, you know, I had to do some cleanup work and, you know, do some other things. My room's still kind of a mess. So, I figured, you know, what the hell, you know, I'll do some Pauper. I actually haven't really been playing that much Magic in this last, like, month or so. I've been very tired. I've been trying to get some other things going on. Obviously, as you may or may not have heard, I recently started writing my articles for CoolStuffInc.com. They are my employer, and we just started having some discussions, and it's worked out so that I ended up working with them. So my first article was released on Friday, and was a rough overview of the current Pauper meta. Not the best, or not the fullest, I should say. It was, you know, I think a pretty decent thing overall, but I missed a few things. And one thing I missed was I didn't talk about Boros Monarch. I was very tired when I wrote it, and looked back on it and went, I completely missed one of the top decks in the entire format. So anyone who knows me knows that I've kind of actually taken a very strong liking to Boros, especially because recently Elves has not been doing so well in the meta. And honestly, though, even though I've been doing kind of okay with it, you know, still, I've played like thousands of matches with it. At this point, as much as I love it, it's one of my favorite decks of all time. I need a break, and I want to try something a little different. So, we're going to do some pretty sick Boros action today. This is a list that I've been running for a little bit now. I don't know that it's really, like, the best, especially because there's been a lot of different lists and everything out there. But I've been enjoying this, so I figured, hey, why not? Let's do it, you know. So, let's, with that having been said, let's get going. So, do some Boros, and we'll see what we got going on. Funny enough, because I've been playing so little, I haven't gotten, like, any trophies or anything at all this season. So, who knows, maybe we can actually change that out in the end of the season here. So, we got a match already. Hey, Lasco. How's it going? Bobby found dead. Oh, that's an interesting name. I'm trying to fix this up super quick. Looks good, right? Yeah. Okay, how's his hand look? His hand looks amazing. We got our bolt, we got our furnace. We can go, like, turn 1, hold up bolt, turn 2. We can go Ancient Den, and we can go Prism, and then next turn, Skyfisher, pick up Prism, and then, do Garrison again. So I think this is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. We can do this. They're on Delver, though, so this is going to be, frankly, a little bit annoying. Especially because their history here says Mono Blue Delver. They're using a snow-covered island, so that could be either or. I think I'm going to bolt that now. Alright, we don't want a Delver to go unchecked here, and I don't want to lose that opportunity to be able to deal with that by them getting like a spell starter sprite active or something like that. Living weapon flare husk? What the hell? That's not something you usually see in Delver in any form of variety. Hey Jim Miles, how's it going? Well, that was an interesting line. Huh. Right? No, this is a really bizarre play. I don't know totally what's going on here on their end. We'll see what happens, though, right? But I am going to blast that while I can. And I'm going to core Skyfisher the Prism. Because I don't want them to go, like, yeah, it's pretty strong. Mutagenic growth? Okay. So what are they doing? Are they going to use 2 mutagenics? Jeez. That's rough. Hey, Zoobs. How's it going? That's very interesting. Huh. Oh yeah? How's One Land Spy treating you? Jeez. It's going pretty solid here. I'm getting kind of hit right now, but we're doing it. There's only so much I can do, right? Like, I can hold up this Prismatic Strands, but it's not going to do anything for me, really. So I'm going to try going for the Prophetic Prism again. If we can hit, like, another Bolt, then I'll use the Bolt. Hey, speak of the devil. Otherwise, I was just going to go for the Glint Hawk. But now I can Bolt that, and then garrison one of my lands back. So the fact that they're on Mutagenic Growth does say that they are, in fact, on the Mono Blue Delver list still. So let's see how this continues. So I could go for Palace Sentinels and probably be okay. If that Delver flips, then I can just hold a Glint Hawk, and then the next turn I can start holding up like Prismatic Strands and such. But yeah, Zuby, it's going pretty well right now, honestly. I can't really complain too much. Having a good time. Work's going pretty solid. Not the best, but it's solid right now. And obviously, you know, like I said earlier in this video, again, and stream, whatever, that, you know, I started writing with Cool Stuff Inc. earlier this week. So, you know what? I can't complain too much. We're gonna go in here. Thank you. No, I'm super, super excited. I kind of botched that just slightly. This is fine, though. This is fine. Just go knock him out. I mean, the RPQs can only go so far, to be honest. Like, I get the general dislike, but, you know, at some point, there's only so much you can do with that. But I work for them, I enjoy my job, and writing for them is pretty awesome too, so thank you. I think I'll just go in with the flyer for now. Like, I feel like I'm just still pretty well positioned here at this point. Counterspell the Skyfisher. Solid deal. I already played land, right? Yes, I did. Okay. Right, and that's fair. Ooh, and a Journey to Nowhere? This is going to be really good. Even if they flip Delver, like I can block Delver? Yeah, okay. Cool. So they're definitely on Mono Blue Delver, so how can we deal with Mono Blue Delver? We saw that they're on, like, mutagenic growth and everything, so Standard Bearer isn't the worst. Electricity is really good, Pyroblast is really good. I'm not too big on Journey to Nowhere here. Rather be, like, bolting everything that they've got. You know what? Actually, 3 Electricity might be a little harsh. I don't feel like I need all of those to that extent. And you know what? Actually, no, I'm fine with Standard Bearer still. Sense Enlistment is, like, okay. But I don't like the idea of, like, they can just fly over all my tokens. Like, I like to generate the tokens as something to block with, but since I'm not going to be able to do any blocking, there's not really much I can do with it. Palace Sentinels, we can go down to 2, because I think if I can get some good flyers on board real quick, then we're fine. If I can't, then they can just steal the Monarch away from me, and it's not particularly good. I would also consider, like, the 3rd Prismatic Strands, but I think this is going to be okay for right now. I like this hand because it has, like, an excess of bolts, and we're on the draw, but at the same time, I don't really like this because we do only have the 1 land, which means, like, you can't really get the Alchemist Vial, we don't have any white source for Thraben Inspector, and certainly nothing for Prismatic Strands, so I'm gonna mull this. That's not much better. But we do get a scry out of this. We can dig a little deeper. We can try for this. I'm more okay keeping this one than I am, like, a go to 5. So I'm going to try this. That is going to go right to the bottom, and we'll let them take it away. Ponder seems okay. Okay, so no land on that turn, so that... We'll see how that ends up coming back to us. Sure. Miscreant. Fine. And this is where I start getting punished. But if they try and go for, like, a ninja, then I can just blow up their miscreant. Or, like, blow it up in response kind of thing. Like, this is okay. They're not hitting their lands either, though, really. So, I mean, this could be worse. So this could be a bit of a problem. I may have just opened myself up to, like, getting hit by a ninja. But I guess there's, like, worse things that could happen here. No, that's about it. Let's try for another Vial. If they try and Spell Stutter, I'll just Pyroblast. Rather keep them off of that anyway. Wow, they're trying to actually just counter it like that. Well, I'll counter back. I need some actual card draw and to get some other colors going in my system here. You want Daze? I mean, okay, sure. You want to go this hard against an Alchemist Vial? That's totally okay by me. And there's the ninja. So I'm going to bolt that ninja, like, super hardcore next turn. They're... Wow. Gosh. And they played a land this turn, so I don't know what they're doing. So where do I stand with the Jerry T. World's protest? Let me tell you where I stand with that. I fully support him. I completely support him in every way. I fully agree with pretty much every single point that he makes in his stance. And I fully back him. I think everything he says has merit. I think everything he has to say, like all that matters, is true. I think it's accurate. And there's not much more I can really say on that. I never even heard of anybody calling for him to be banned. I think that's ridiculous. What's also ridiculous is me not drawing any white sources here. Holy crap. But yeah, no, like, think about it, like, you know, as I say, like, someone like me, right? You know, I want to get into this game more. I want to be able to play Magic more. And, like, go to bigger events. Go to, like, Grand Prix more. And actually, one of my goals for the next year, as I continue to get more involved deeply into the game... Huh, really? Jeez. So, okay, so what are we going to do here? I'm going to bolt that. They're probably going to go Spell Stutter, Sprite. I'll I might... Really? Okay, I'm going to totally snap. Or I'm totally going to counter that snap. There's the white source I was looking for. But, like, next year, I want to, like, actively try to go to, like, the Pro Tour. I want to advance myself as a Magic player and better myself. And, like, that's a goal of mine. You know, I feel like in this past year, I've really shown myself that, like, hey, I can do really well as a Magic player. And up until now, I didn't really see that, you know. I saw myself as, I'm like, hey, I'm a bit more of, like, a casual player who just happens to be, like, sort of, jeez. Well, I didn't get any auto mod, but yeah, I did really up my, auto mod because, I started getting a lot of, like, hate spam and everything, hate messages the last time I streamed. So, but like I'm saying, so like this last year I've been finding like my results in events have just been doing like way better than I really ever expected them to. You know, I ended up getting first at SCGCon and went 8-0 on day one of GP Seattle. I just narrowly missed day 2 of GP Orlando. And overall, I just kind of feel like, you know, I'm doing a lot better in this game than I really expected myself to do. And because I'm doing better than I expected, like, I want to take that forward, you know, and I want to push myself more as a player. But a lot of the things Wizards is doing as far as, like, pro play and stuff like that, it's making it ridiculously hard for me to be able to, like, do that. It's hard for anybody to do that, and that's what Jerry was trying to say with a lot of what he was doing. So, you know, I fully support what he's saying. Retro Trigire, hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thanks for the follow. Hey Alex, how's it going? Look at all these people in here. Oh boy, am I gonna try and kill them? I mean, they've got to have counter magic, right? No, I'm gonna get them down a little bit further. Oh, damn. Annie with the bits, and Zubitron with the Twitch Prime sub. Thanks so much for that. Welcome to or welcome back. I forget if you've done this before now, Zub, but welcome to the Elf Ball, where we're not playing elves at all. So yeah, I'm trying to get them down a little bit further. Make them use their mana. And then I'll go in for the kill. Boros Elves, exactly, right? Logic Knot for 12? You got me. Ooh, I didn't think about Hydro Blasts. This might be more difficult than I thought. Might not be able to fully kill him here. Yeah, so they've got the Hydro Blasts. Jeez. Look at all of that. They have number 4? Wow! Holy crap. I only got 2 cards though, 1 card. Oh wow. This is unbelievable, and I still drew the other blast. Let's see if this connects. Got him. 1-0. Strong start. Strong start. Exactly. Yeah. Triple Hydro Blast. They had Dispel. I mean, they had everything, but we just happen to have more. So, like I said, pretty strong start. So, take it for what it is. Just hopefully it keeps going. Oh, I haven't updated the deck list command. I'm sorry, come in, we're closed. Thanks, Retro. Yeah, I know, come in. Let me actually fix that up now. Just gonna pop up paint for a split second here. Move that over. I don't usually update the deck list. In fact, that's something I need to work on in my near future. Like, I need to get, like, stream deck, whatever it is, that a lot of streamers use. I also need to use, I mean, there's a couple other things I need to set up, too. But I'm working on it. I actually just set, sort of I've been working on a, Discord on the side. Like, I've had it for a while. I just haven't really done much with it, and I haven't gotten around to posting... Come on. This hand is awful. I'm throwing it back. There's one land, nothing else going on. This hand doesn't really have a lot either, but I can draw into some stuff, so I'm going to keep it. Plus I get my scry. That's a great scry, so we'll just let him go with it. I forget what J-Rod's on. Imager does not want to go right now. Okay, never mind, I got it to go. So let me fix this. No. There it goes. We got there. Cool. Alright, so that's all fixed. So this person has been on... I don't know what they've been on. Oh, Kiln Fiend? Well, I'm just gonna kill that. Like, now. I don't like how MTG bot is, like, glitching up and showing that they're in, like, a bajillion different things, but, I mean, I guess it is what it is, right? Try and kill that now while we can. Yeah. Oh, they got the Cyclops. Cool, cool. So I guess we'll find out how dead I am in about a second. The old classic, do they have it? But they can't go Gush. So... I mean, it's turn 4. If they get, like, a land and Gush, I guess they can. But... Okay, now they can Gush. They can go Ponder here. And if they go... Okay. So now, if they have Temur Battle Rage, I'm dead. No matter what I do. If I block, I'm dead. If I don't block, I'm dead. So... Oh, they got the Battle Rage. So I'm just dead. Cool. That was a fun game of Magic. So... Standard Bearer seems like a good one here. Lone Missionary. Circle Protection Red. Prismatic Strands. I can go Pyroblast, but I don't think it's particularly great here. Signs of Enlistment is just bad. Palace Sentinels. Either it's like, we're going to get there or we're going to die. So I want to focus on, you know, being able to kill them first. Or stopping what they're doing. Electrickery is just bad. Battle Screech is also just going to be bad if they decide to bring in any, like, Electrickeries of their own. I think I can actually cut... You know what? I'll just cut the Palace Sentinels entirely. Because it's basically like, again, I need to stop them from doing what they're doing. So then I'll just bring in an extra Pyroblast, just so I have it. It depends on the build that they're on. But yeah, the only important one that I'm worried about is the Cyclops. So... yeah, I guess I could take out, like, something else here. Maybe, like, go down one Prism. Because, again, we're going to be trying to stop them down really quick. So I think 2 Pyroblast is fine. This hand is... Jeez. This hand would be amazing if I could hit a white source. As is, it's just a decent hand. I'm gonna try it, but I feel like I can get punished pretty easily for this one. Where's the probe? I mean, greed is good, Annie. Greed is pretty solid. So, I mentioned a Discord earlier. Just, like, wanted to discuss my channel. Things that I'm doing. Things that I'm keeping up with. I haven't really pushed it too much. I haven't done anything with it. It's still pretty bare bones. But you know what? I'm going to keep it up. I'm going to leave the invitation out there. And I have the link somewhere. So I will drop in a link right here. Right now, if you guys want to join in, hang out, have some fun. Like I said, I'm not intending on doing anything with it right this second. It's very, very bare bones. There really hasn't been much done with it. There's no rules set up currently, but I'm going to do that. Just, be mindful of what you do, what you say, and let's just, let's have a good time with it. That's basically the overall intent. Show me that. It's not showing me a deck. This is where I start to get punished hardcore. So let's see what we can do. Then you got the brainstorm. They're gonna go brainstorm and shuffle. Seems decent. We legacy now, exactly right. Ponder. So they don't have anything either, though. If they have a Kiln Fiend, I'm gonna go for the Galvanic Blast, like hardcore. Oof. Jeez. Just feels rough. So I'm going to ditch Glint Hawk here. Yeah, there's the eye candy. So can we get a plains? No, but that's really good. Because I can go blast, blast, kill it. They obviously have shown that they don't have much else, right? So might as well try it. Mal, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Pauper scene here. They got a mutagenic. Got Gush. Are they gushing for one? Nope, they just let it go. Cool. So we'll see what comes of this. Hey, Espion, how's it going? Ditching mountain and an island. Oh, man. Give me a plains already, deck. That'd be super sweet. Man, that is a desperation move. Going for the Gush. Oh, man. So they must have, like, a perfect hand, just minus, like, the creatures. If I see any white source, anything at all, I'm perfect right now. Awesome. Thank you so much, Common. I really appreciate that. No, and I totally understand. You know, oh my god, finally! So now we can go COP Red and just shut them down. I'll do what I want. I'm here to have fun, same as anyone. Oh, geez, more planes. Hell yeah. I am enjoying this. Lone Missionary. Let's go Lone Missionary times 2. See what happens. Or we can even just go Skyfisher, pick up Lone Missionary. If they make us pick something else up, like if they bolt the Lone Missionary in response. Okay, so they didn't. So if they had beat up like the Lone Missionary in response, then I would just bounce the Radiant Fountain and just try to gain life. Windsguard, sweet. So yeah, come in. Thank you so much again. Like, I'm sorry if like I'm getting kind of distracted my gameplay here, but I just really want to say thank you again so much. Like, honestly, I feel like sometimes I don't deserve, you know, a lot that I've gotten from the community. Just the whole, you know, response and attitude, everything, what have you, that I've gotten, you know, from the community at large in this like past year, especially, has just been overwhelming. Like, I've been telling people, I've been thinking about it. I'm gonna, like, you know, obviously say something as I get closer to the end of the year here, but it's like, this has been the best year of my life. Like, I don't think there's any doubt in my mind of that. I think it's just things have just been unbelievable, honestly. So yeah, I know I've dealt with some very serious imposter syndrome in the past. Like, I think before I went to like GP Orlando and everything, and I think one other event at, like, I think Richmond, I actually had like a minor kind of like breakdown sort of thing. Like, just mentally, you know, sometimes I feel like, you know, I annoy people, that I'm a bother, and it's like, I don't want to be feeling like that. I don't want to think that way. It's just that one and I know it's not true either, you know. Maybe it does. Maybe it's true for some people, but I know for most people it's not the case. They're laughing, and I'm guessing that they probably just saw like all 3 of those cards were probably all creatures, and they had to toss them all to the bottom. But yeah, so like, I just, you know, I've had those kind of moments, and I know people have those moments. So, you know, it sucks. It just, I mean, flat out, it sucks. But it happens, and you just learn to take the, you know, roll with the punches, go with the hits, and because, like, honestly, shit happens, and there's not much you can do about it. So you just want to try and do the best that you can with what you're given. And it's like, you know, with all of this, like these streams and everything, it was never meant to be anything crazy. It was just meant to be something, you know, a way that I could, like, interact with some friends and play some Magic. And it just turned into something much bigger. And like I said, you know, as always, guys, I'm so appreciative of that. I didn't expect this to be turn into anything. And it's basically almost like made my entire career around, like, Magic and other games. So, you know, I really very strongly appreciate that. And honestly, I really can't wait to see, like, where this next year goes. Obviously, you know, the rest of this year, I do intend to go to, like, 2 more events. I'm planning on going to, hopefully, Grand Prix Atlanta in November. And then, obviously, I'm qualified for the Star City Invitational in December. So I'm going to try to go to that one as well. But in the meantime, like, I'm just going to be more preparing myself for next year. Like, I'm trying to stabilize myself financially a little bit. You know, I have some debts that I'm trying to clear out. And, you know, playing more gives me more of an opportunity to do that. Some of the things I've been doing with, like, work and everything, you know, it's helped me out a little bit here. Like, even just a little bit at a time. So, I definitely appreciate every little bit of help that everybody has given me in every way. It doesn't have to be financially. You know, it can be even just, like, support. You know, that support has gone a very, very long way in helping me out. So, I think I'm going to keep this. It might be just a tad slow, but I think we can get there. So I can go standard bearer. I can go do other things. Oh, thanks. No, I really appreciate it. And you know what? Let me be honest with you, right? Imposter syndrome sucks. It really sucks. But you know what? At the same time, it keeps me honest as a person. It keeps me, and I feel like, you know, it keeps me genuine. And so for that, I'm glad with it. You know, and I'm happy to be where I'm at. You know, and I just, you know, hope that never in the future I turn into, like, one of those dicks that's just like, hey, screw you, I'm, like, the best. I don't think I'm the best. I think I'm just a decent player. You know, who kind of got a little lucky. But, you know, for what it is, I'm pretty happy with things. So, you know, in the end, I guess I can't complain too much, right? Alright, so let's see what happens. Focus on the actual magic at this point. Let's see how things continue to go. Oh, I know you will, Annie. You'd be like, yo, bitch. Stop that shit. Alright, so now I can probably go... Oh, now I can definitely go Glint Hawk. So I think I want to go Thraben Inspector. Yeah, let's go Thraben Inspector, Vial into Glint Hawk. I think is probably the right play here. Jeez. Seems pretty good. If they have Kiln Fiend, I have a Galvanic Blast for it. If they have Nivic Cyclops, I have a Pyroblast for it. That's how you do it, Kinski. Alright. Let's see what we got. So, at the very least, unless they bolt the Standard Bearer, they cannot go for, Team or Battle Rage. So they have to deal with Standard Bearer before they can do that, right? Or is... No, it's just target creature, so they can't go Team or Battle Rage. Awesome. I'm definitely going to kill it, but just not quite yet, because I don't need to just yet. Oh, there's a gut shot. So, I'm probably just dead then. Because they can go for the... Battle Rage. But they'd have to do something else, too. Yeah, okay. Wow, so they don't have a Battle Rage. That's interesting. Lands? That's not a land. Alright, so I'm not going to attack. Because here's what I can do. Right? Next turn, I can go Thraben Inspector. Sure. Next turn I can go Thraben Inspector and hold up Galvanic Blast. I might not need to, but we'll see what happens. But I definitely have to block to make sure I can just survive. Again, if they show me the Battle Rage, then I can deal with it. But okay, so they're going to Apostle's Blessing. That's fine. And if they go Battle Rage, they can't kill me, so they have to use another thing. Okay, so there it is. Now I have to do it. But they probably have a Dispel. And if that happens, then I'm just dead. What? Jeez. Reason being, because I wanted them to use all of their stuff first. If they, you know... because obviously they were trying to go in for it. So, obviously you want to make sure... You want to make them use it. You want to make them use what they've got, and then go for it. Because obviously, to get in with the hit, they were going to go for the Apostle's Blessing, or calling white for that, for the Glint Hawk, and then they were going to go other things. So either they could have had Dispel, which would have hurt, but it was either that or you know, I just had to go for it. Because the only other option I could have done was I could have gone Alchemist Vial earlier, but no problem, Lasco. Hell yeah. Check out that Spider-Man. I haven't actually really tried out that game at all. I'm gonna probably have to do that at some point. But I could have Alchemist Vial, but here's the problem then. Next turn I could have gone for the Thraben Inspector, held up as a blocker. And I could have also held up Galvanic Blast for the Cyclops in the event that they weren't going to try this, and I would hold Pyro Blast. So I would hold up Pyro Blast and Galvanic Blast, so that would have been two ways to kill the creature while kind of advancing my own board state as well. And then, like, as I could have continued on, I could have gone, like, Prophetic Prism, Lone Missionary to gain more life, so on and so forth. So, really, there's a method to the madness there. But we're 2-0, so you know what? You know, we're going to keep it going, see what we can do. This chair is starting to hurt a little bit. That's one reason I haven't really been streaming as much. My chair is extremely uncomfortable for when I'm at my desk. But it's definitely something I'm working on improving in the very near future. My birthday was like 2 weeks ago. So as a gift, I'm getting like a new chair of my choice. So I need to figure out what I'm getting, how I'm doing it. But I just need something more comfortable than what I've been working with lately. I had a more full chair before, but it leaned back like this, like all the way back. So it was really hard for me to really sit comfortably in it without hurting my back. And this one is fine. I sit well against my back, and it's okay like that, but it's not very, it's like very stiff and very basic, so it's not very like comfortable. So just gonna try and get something a little bit better. Hopefully that'll come through in the next like couple of weeks here, and then I can get a much more improved stream going in the future here. Also, I've been, like I said, I've been very, very tired. I started my new job like 3 months ago, a little over that, and I've been loving it, But it was a complete 180 in my sleep schedule, so it's been, like, I'm still kind of adjusting to it. I've been doing, what I was doing before, I was doing for almost, like, 10 years. So, for it to completely change like that, it's been rough. But I'm getting there one day at a time, and figuring out some other things as well. Just trying to get my energy back up. So, take it one day at a time, and we'll see how we can do with it. Hopefully I can get more going in the near future here. That's definitely a goal of mine. I wouldn't expect too many Pauper challenge streams from me in the future here, because again, I'm trying to earn a little bit more money-wise and everything. And as much as, like, the value on the challenge runs can be strong, it can also be really bad. So I don't know that I'm really willing to do that too much at the moment. This hand in a blind match, it's really close, but it's very reliant on a number of things. Like, I have to be able to get to 4 mana to go for the Screech, and have to go for 4 mana to get to the Palace Sentinels. I don't know that I can manage to do that, but we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to mull this. And that was considerably worse. Hey, Emo Robot. It is going okay. This hand is amazing, so I'm going to snap keep this one. We got some Boros going on here. We are 2-0 so far. We've beaten Mono Blue Delver and Izzet Blitz. We got a mirror match now, though, so who knows how this one's going to go. So I'm going to go Inspector here. Alice Cooper, thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome. So this is going to feel really awkward, but I'm totally going to go Glint Hawk, bounce the Ancient Den. Unless I draw a land, I'm not going to get much value out of it otherwise, and it's better for me to get some more action on the ground right now. How is Boros positioned versus Elves and versus Stompy? So, versus Elves, in the hands of a really good Elves player, it's actually a little more favored towards Elves because of how long it can take Boros to really get going and get off the ground. But Boros definitely has a very strong game against it. So it can really go in any direction. And obviously it gets a little bit better for Boros post-board. But Elves also get some leg up with like things like Spider Silk Armor and whatnot. So it's really pretty evenly matched. But actually Elves is better positioned. But someone who's not as familiar with Elves, just trying to pick it up or whatever, is probably just going to get outclassed by a lot of Boros players, just, you know, by virtue of misplaying, not getting the top level value, but I think it's right in the middle, roughly. As far as Stompy goes, I think Boros is probably kind of favored, but don't quote me on that because I actually haven't played that matchup nearly as much as I want to think. That's fine. 20 players, 5 of them are on Elves. Last minute took a flex slot, shrivel out of main. Jeez. And Sanctifiers to hit my land? Sure. I think I'm gonna hold my bolt. I'll just journey and nowhere that. Like, I'd rather hold my bolts for something a bit more important, and I can also use them to, like, win races, win the game kind of thing. No problem. Like I said, I would imagine that Boros is a little favored towards Stompy because they have main deck life gain, damage prevention in the form of prismatic strands, and you have bolts to kill their creatures. So I think Boros is probably favored, but I haven't played the matchup enough to really give you a good answer on that. See, like, this is something I will bolt. I need to draw something other than bolts, though. So what's my sideboard looking like? How am I going to be able to really do this one very well? My own core sanctifiers would be really good here. Shaman is okay, but not the best. COP red is just bad. And maybe electricity, depending on what I see. It can, but also no, because here's the problem. If they take out the Battle Screech, then the Electricruise don't do much unless you manage to draw like multiples of them. So I don't actually like to bring it in. I maybe will bring it in against Game 3 if I'm still seeing Battle Screeches in their list. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about Shaman. Like, it's mediocre. I feel like I would like to have one, but I wouldn't like to have both of them. Go ahead and bolt that Glint Hawk. Well, we've got the Metalcraft for Galvanic Blast, but I'm still not happy with this hand. I'm just drawing so bad here. Exactly. And that's why I say I think that the card is good as, like, bringing it in as one of, but I wouldn't do it as a two of, just because it's not particularly great. I missed an attack. And we got Strands. It's Boros. It does this. It likes to give us lands. So my guess is they're probably sitting on a lot of removal as well. They're probably sitting on, like, at least one Journey to Nowhere. And probably some number of, like, bolts. Probably, like, 2 total. Yeah, that's fair. So Skyfisher will bounce Windscarred Crag and gain a life. It's not like we're doing anything else with all these lands, right? They want to bolt the Skyfisher, that's fine. I'd rather them just waste bolts kind of thing. What are they doing with 3 mana on their end step? Reaping the Graves? Man. Feels Batman. But yeah, it's definitely going to be tough. Like, we can pull this game out of our ass, but it's probably not going to be in our favor. Should just yield to end step, honestly. There's not really anything I'm going to be able to do, so it's just I'm going to have to wait until the end step to kill that Skyfisher. Deck knows I love my lands, right? I mean, we can, but like, we still have to draw them, and it's kind of risky. Like, I'd rather put the pressure on them and try and, you know, like I said, you know, at least then I gain some life with, like, Windscarred Crag. It's not much life, but at least I'm gaining some life. I'm totally with you there, Retro. This deck's killing me. Yeah, I guess I'll take it. It's not particularly great, but it's a play. They might just firebolt it. Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's the firebolt. Who called it? Okay, I feel like I'm in danger. They got the bolts. Show me the bolts. We gotta have the bolts. Like, I know they got 3 in their yard. I just feel like they've gotta have some number of bolts in there. Haha, I'm in danger. Jeez. Okay. Do you have 2 bolts? You've got to have 2 bolts in there. There's 1 bolt. Show me number 2. There it is. That was not the kind of game I wanted to play by any stretch of the imagination. So, bring in the strands. Standard Bearer is not what I want to do. Sanctifiers is fine. Like, honestly, like, Gorilla Shaman is okay, but I feel like bringing in Sanctifiers is just going to usually be better. They already showed us Reaping the Graves, so I think actually bringing Relic here is probably not the worst. We can bring out a Sen's Enlistment and cut a Palace Sentinels. I have mixed feelings about Battle Screech here. I'm actually going to cut the Electrickery down. I'm going to keep the Battle Screeches, but I'm hesitant about them. And I would consider bringing in the Gorilla Shaman, but I think this is going to be fine. Yeah, they showed Mortuary Mire and everything else, so I think Relic is just good here. Those are kind of becoming standard in Boros, but they aren't always like consistently, you know, right up there. So now this is a really good hand. So I'm gonna super keep this one. Because you go Radiant Fountain into Prophetic Prism, into Glint Hawk Prophetic Prism, and you're golden. There's another Radiant Fountain. This is great. I'm just holding off on the Ancient Den just on the off chance that they do have a Gorilla Shaman. Like, I'd rather just kind of be a little careful about that. Interesting. So they're discarding? Cool. Discarding Bolt? I don't know how that looks for us. Guess we'll find out. And we got a 3-bit Inspector. Hell yeah. So show me an artifact land so I can blow it up with Sanctifiers. Three mana. What did you got for 3 mana? Blast into what? Vial? Sure. So Skyfisher picks a Prism. We play Ancient Den and then play Prism again. I guess if they have Gorilla Shaman, they got us. But we can just deal with it next turn, so I'm not too concerned. No Mox Monkey. Okay. You got me. Alright, so 3-bit Inspector. Got the Clue. Windscarred Crag. So they're gonna play Prism, and that's fine. Sanctifiers, you got me. You're gonna hit my Prism. That's great. You know, we're still great on our mana. Like, it's not a big deal. And we just got another Prism too. You know what, deck? I'm totally okay with this. I think I'll actually play the Forgotten Cave here. And let's Galvanic Blast that. And go in. Three mana. Vial. And then are they going Skyfisher, picking it up? Brave Inspector of their own. Glint Hawk picks up Alchemist Vial. Yep. Sect fires like their Alchemist Vial or anything, you absolutely would. I'd consider the clue, but I think I want to blow up their other stuff more. We'll see what happens, though. Look at that. Play that. There's a vial. Yeah, let's just go for the vial. Ancient Den. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna journey the Glint Hawk. Just get it off their board. I got the Fireball. Okay, so that's Palace Sentinels. That's a little frustrating. Can I get there? Cycle that. Play Thraben Inspector. Sack the clue. So Battle Screech doesn't get me there this turn, but it gets me there next turn. It does still kind of assume that and hope that they don't have an Electrickery, but we're going to go for it all the same. This could be risky. If they have an Electrickery, I can't go Prismatic Strands to stop it. But it's also going to be critical in terms of advancing my own board state. It's kind of one of those, you know, just gotta take the risk. Attack with Palace Sentinels, you got me. Swing out. Look at me. Look at me. Now I am the Monarch. Alright, so. Whoa, no, that's not what I want to do. Oh, wait, I'm in damage. So we want to kick, blow up their Prophetic Prism. I'm the Monarch. Give me them goods. Alchemist Vial. It's fine. We got Prismatic Strands, too. This is fantastic. Like, they just gave us the Monarch. That's a bit of a problem, but not too much at this point, to be honest. What are they going to do? Sure, they get to hit my lands, but that's okay. Sure, they can hit my Alchemist Vial. That's also fine. Like, we're so far in the game at this point, it's not really affecting me at all. I do want to try and kill it before they can start getting extra value out of it, but I don't need to right now. Like, all they're going to be able to do is blow up like one or two of these next turn. If I can find the piece to kill it now, I will kill it now. That doesn't kill it now, but that's a great card to hit all the same. So they can go... Yes, they can kill 2 of my artifacts, but not all 3 of them. Awesome. Yeah, I appreciate that, Annie. So this is frustrating. I'll let it go. So I lose my prismatic strands, but at the same time, I'm still like in an okay state. That's the thing. Unfortunately, like, the only thing that kind of sucks about trying to talk and play the game at the same time is I do lose a bit of the old, you know, I find it hard to, like, keep my train of thought going, so I end up, like, you know, losing my train of thought quite frequently. Which is always a little bit frustrating, but we managed to get through it. And a bit of time off the clock. Yeah. But we're actually doing better on a clock time right now than the opponent. So, you know what? I'll take it for what it is. There's definitely times where I end up focusing more on the game. Maybe they're streaming too. Who knows? Pauper streams aren't usually that common, so it's always awesome to see more. Prism. The Geek Corner with the sub. Thanks so much. Welcome to Elf Ball. Welcome to the stream group. You get a sweet new avatar, or emote rather, I should say. There's a bolt for that. Yeah, I guess that happens, right? What are they doing now? Reaping the graves. Yeah, I guess that happens. But this is on their main phase, so there's not much they can do with it. So I guess I'll go... Probably sacrifice the clue first at the beginning of combat, and then... throw Alchemist Vial if I don't see like a bolt or something. It's pretty solid. Okay, so I saw the bolt. I found the bolt, so I'm going to let them attack. Yeah, Reaping the Graves is definitely a pretty good card. Okay, sweet. Vial him out. And the follow from the Geek Corner as well. Thanks so much for that. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the fun. That's what we're here for, right? We're here for fun. We're here for Pauper. Here for magic. Here for the best damn game ever made, as far as I'm concerned. You can't tell me otherwise. And there's our relic, too. I try my best, Emo. Try my best. So, they got back... What did they get back? Last turn. They grabbed... 2 core sanctifier... Or no. 1 core sanctifiers, 1 gorilla shaman, and a glint hawk. So there's the glint hawk. They sanctifiers to blow up... Oh no, so they sanctifiers to blow up my Journey in Nowhere and then play Glint Hawk. So I see what they're doing. There's their own Journey. Kensuke with the 20 bits. Thanks so much, Kensuke. It's good to have you back. It's good to have some of the old team hanging out again in here. I find that really, really interesting that they're not going in. With, like, at least the lower guys on the ground. They could have gotten a hit through for the Monarch trigger, but they decided against it. So that's very interesting to me. I'm going to hold that, Palace Sentinels. But I am going to bolt their Skyfisher. I'm going to get in there for some more attacks damage. And I think I'll make that one of their Glint Hawk not able to block. So we get some extra damage there. Without losing our creature. So we know that they still have another Glint Hawk. And they have Shaman, so they could blow up the Relic Progenitus on their next turn, but it doesn't seem that great in terms of, like, what they can get back, so... we'll just have to see what they do. No elves, no elves, no elves. So, honestly, I haven't really been into playing elves recently. I've been playing it a lot over the last couple of years, and I'm just kind of starting to get burnt out on it a little bit. Truth be told, I actually haven't even been playing much Pauper. I've been doing, like, Standard and other other places. Whoa, that's another Sanctifiers? Jeez. And, I've also been doing, like, Standard, you know, like I've done Standard, I've done, Modern Online is what I've been doing a bit of myself recently. So I've been kind of trying to vary it up a little bit more, trying to give myself more things to do. I'm actually currently building, Modern, for Standard. I don't know where they are, but I just picked up, like, 4 Horizon Canopies and 2, Cavern of Souls from my store, Cool Stuff Inc., who I'm also now writing for, if you guys haven't heard. I have left Hipsters of the Coast, and I'm now writing for the awesome team at CoolStuffInc.com. And it is great. I'm loving it. So let me see what we got here. Skyfisher, Bounce, Prism, Play Prism. Hell yeah, Emo. Hopefully you have a good time with it. Let me think here. So, I make it one of their Glint Hawks can't attack. They block. So basically half... Okay, so they just gave it to me. Yeah. So, 1 Shaman does feel right. I'm glad I kept the Battle Screeches in, but they saw that we kept Battle Screeches in, so they might bring in Electrickery now. So I'm probably actually going to go down in Electrickery, I think. Monarch Mirror, definitely interesting, that's for sure. But I'm going to cut the battle screeches and make this a little bit worse for them. We'll bring up another Palace Sentinels. Like, Battle Screech saved our ass there, but it could really hurt us if they decide now to bring in Trickeries. I kind of like this hand. I don't know how I feel about it. We don't have any bounce things, and Sentinels takes a little bit to get off, but we'll see how this works for us. It's probably best to play Step first, so what we can do is we can go Secluded Step now, and if we need to later, like, we can pick it up with Skyfisher if needed. I don't want to do that if I can roll with it, but we'll see what happens. Only bringing in one Mox Monkey. Yeah, I don't like multiples, actually. I'm honestly even a little bit sketched out even just going with one, but we'll see what happens. Awesome. You sure got plenty to talk about this week, Alex. That clinking is annoying me. Smack me for one. And see, this is why I don't really care for Mox Monkey. It doesn't really do anything here. I blew up their clue, and that's about it. I can hit the prism after a couple of turns, but it would take me forever to get to that point. I don't know, Alex. I could be talking about anything. We're gonna... Jeez. Okay, so I'm gonna... I don't like doing this, but... Because then we kind of might lose out on some opportunity to... do that. So what do they got going on? They gonna bolt? Got the bolt. Prism. So like now if I drew a Mox Monkey, it wouldn't be the worst because now I could blow up the Ancient Den and the Clue, but it's still like not great. Yeah, I guess that could have been a possibility. That's... Wow, I didn't think about that. Well, we'll see what happens from here. That's a Skyfisher. So they're going to Skyfisher, bounce, play Prism. Yep. So now I can bolt the Skyfisher. And see, I could play Sentinels. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just almost went through my entire turn. So, I could play Sentinels here, but I feel like that's really risky. Because if they have Galvanic Blast, I can't stop it. Alex's line about just throwing strands in the yard actually may have been the right move. But we will make this work all the same. So we can bounce the Vial. Yep. Yeah, so they had the Galvanic Blast. So playing Sentinels would have been pretty damn bad there. Here, though, it's pretty decent. Twisting Aether, thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Awesome, Retro. Have a great night. Hopefully hopefully you're not too hungover in the morning. Do I know of any good Magic extensions? So there's definitely like Stream Decker or whatever that app thing is called. Like Stream Deck, I think it is. And there's like a few things that we can use. Okay, there's the land. So next turn I can go Sentinels. Hell yeah, Pauper is great. It's not, like, honestly, these days, it's not my favorite format. At this point, I'm trying to go more competitive, and it's hard to be very competitive with Pauper. But, you know, I love the format. So, and it's a great way to start playing the game. Let's use some bolts. Because now I can get my sentinels down and make it harder for them to go in. Yeah, oh, that's fair. Yeah, and obviously playing online is definitely great to kind of kickstart, you know, getting back into Magic or what have you. I mean, that's what I use it for. I meant to use Pauper as a way to get back into Magic in general, and it's been fantastic for me. Absolutely no complaints. I think it's right to go Prism. Zlo the Meek with a $5 donation. Thank you so much. I'm definitely going to do the best I can in GP Atlanta. I don't know how well I'm going to do just yet, but we're going to see how things go. So I think the right card to pick up here is actually Radiant Fountain. I could pick up the Vial, but it doesn't feel like the thing I want to be picking up right now. So I think I'm going to pick up the Radiant Fountain and pass the turn. If we can, if we're need to play Prismatic Strands to keep the Monarch, we can do that just as well. If they don't do anything, then I can sacrifice the Clue token. Absolutely. Pauper's definitely a great way to teach people. So I would definitely highly recommend it. There's enough, like, easy to play decks that you could teach someone, and then you can also, like, advance their game by doing it, you know, showing them a different way to play. So I think there's definitely some strong merit to teaching players with Pauper. Going Relic of Progenitus is a little annoying, but we can make it work. Elves versus Boggles. So Boggles makes sense, and I think that's also good, not just from the aspect of, you know, teaching them how to play, but it also gives them, like, what, good math skills? Because they have to learn how to do the math on how many enchantments are on there, how big the creature is, what have you. So there's definitely some big advantages to doing that. I feel like Elves might be, like, a little bit too complex for a lot of newer players. Actually, you'd be surprised. Elves versus Boggles is a bit more even than it might seem on paper. It just depends on who goes off first, really. So now I'm going to bounce that. Now we're going to play it back. Well, that's really good. If the players really like it, then I can't, you know, say like, hey, they shouldn't be playing it or that's bad. But I just, you know, I just feel like from personal experience that like Elves might be a little bit more complex or anything. Yeah, so I agree with what you're saying there, Grinnin. I may just need to pick up my speed of play here a little bit. But I feel like given the fact that we've got, you know, we've got Monarch, we've got Bolts, we've got a board presence. I feel like we're just in a better state right now. I mean, Pauper's fine. I mean, like, a lot of those cards are cards that, like, I grew up with and learned to play Magic with. Like, I think it's fine. But But you just can't expect, like, the most skill-intensive games, basically, when you're doing that. That's all. So they take the Monarch here for a turn, but I'm going to take it right back from them, so it's not going to matter too much anyway. Yeah, teaching with EDH does not seem like a great idea. Journey nowhere the Palace Sentinels. Play the Plains, pass the turn, draw some cards. In the Glint Hawk. Cycle Step. Hey, there's our own relic. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of great ways to teach people to play Magic, and that's what I love about the game. I feel like the game has really taken a lot of steps forward in bettering itself to like be accessible to newer players and whatnot. Honestly, at this point, you know what I feel like I should do? Bolt that Draven Inspector and just start going in. I'll Strands the Bolt. I feel like I'll get more damage out of that doing this anyway, so. Sure. I'll sack their clue, that's fine. They might be a little bit. There's another bolt, and I'm going to Strands that one as well. So I'm going to journey. Like, it feels really bad journeying a Thraben Inspector, but I would much rather do that than waste a bolt spell that could kill them with it. Right, so guys, don't mind me. I'm probably going to be a little bit quieter here for these next couple minutes just because I want to try and ensure that I can get this game. Because I feel like we've probably got this lined up pretty good for us. It's not a surefire thing just yet, but it's looking good. Alright, Dak, show me the bolt. Nope. This is fine, though. This is fine. Yep, we got there. 3-0 so far. Hopefully we can get that 5-0. That'd be really cool. I haven't done one of those in quite some time. If you guys haven't seen it, I currently don't have any trophies for this season, which is really strange. Normally I usually have like a couple, but I actually haven't been playing very much this season. So let's see what we can do with that. It'd be really sweet. IRL magic, and also just taking a break. I've actually been enjoying some other stuff. Just got a lot of relaxation, trying to readjust my sleep schedule, all kinds of things. So, but I've been trying to do a bit more in the last couple days, the last couple weeks on and off. So, just trying to play more. I almost played Standard Showdown today, but I was really tired. I wanted to focus on getting some other things done, which I'm going to do a little bit more of as soon as I finish this league. Thankfully, I can sleep in just a little bit tomorrow. I have to go to a doctor's appointment first thing in the morning, which means I'm not going to be into work right away. But I still need to be up at a reasonable hour so I can get out to that appointment. But we'll see what happens. So, again, if you guys haven't seen, want to see it again or whatever, this is my list. I know I dropped it in earlier, but if you guys want, I have a Discord server set up. It's pretty bare bones right now. I'm trying to work on it, but here's the link if you guys want to join in. And I'll try and just do what I can, post some things, post discussions, what have you. But hopefully can foster a bit of discussion, bit of gameplay. You know, like I'll try and announce like when I'm streaming or what have you. Just try and make it very community driven. This is not a good hand. This is not a good hand. How to deal with many control matchups at your local store. There's a lot of different decks that you can deal with. Okay, this is slow, but it's good. Because we can go... Okay, we can actually play the step on turn 1. So this is actually great. Plains, what do we have? Soul Warden. Guys, that's a Soul Warden here. This could be anything. Playing as elves. So, my question then becomes... Oh, this is the tokens deck. So my Electrickeries are super good in this matchup. Alright, so what kind of control are we talking? Are we talking blue-black control, or are we talking yeah, I agree with you, Alex. That was my first thought too. But considering we saw Gather the Townsfolk, I would be really strong willing to bet that they're on the tokens build. This would be really interesting. But yeah, report. Like, what kind are we, like, talking? Are we talking more along the lines... Come on, deck. Just show me it. Just show me the main deck Electrickery, please. That's all I'm asking. I have one main deck Electrickery, and it'd be amazing to see it. Mono Black Control, Delver. The one with black and white. Black and white is Pestilence. Delver is a bit more actually like tempo mid-range. If they're on Mono Blue Delver, you should win against them pretty easily. Blue-red is a little more tricky, but is still beatable. Mono Black Control is very difficult. I usually treat it as an auto loss for elves, but it can be a number of different... It can go a bunch of different ways, really. There's a Galvanic Blast, so I can hit the Standard Bearer. There's not really a good way to do this, though. Glint Hawk for the Prophetic Prism into Crag seems like the best line here. Yeah. No, they're definitely trying to set up here a bit. Okay, there's a plane, so I can drop Draven Inspector. Let's do that. I mean, and that can happen, for sure. Like, I mean, I've had that happen. You know, my meta has a lot of red decks, a lot of black decks. It does vary from week to week. And sometimes I get lucky, but a lot of times I don't. And it just happens. So, sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches and see what you can get. So, next turn, I think I'm going to go for Send Enlistment. Ooh, Strands is amazing here. I mean, if I play Glint Hawk, pick up Prism... Yeah, I'm going to go for Glint Hawk and then just not play Prism. It's like a super tell for them. But, I mean, I got to do what I got to do. Yeah, at their end step, if they didn't attack me, I can just both stack my clue and I can also... Yeah, that's fair. I can also bolt down their Soul Warden. No, I can't bolt down Soul Warden because I gotta deal with the Standard Bearer first. This is fine. There's a bolt. Oh, another Strands. Duck, you talked me into it. And I'll pass it off to them. I can play the Draven Inspector now, but it's just better for me to hold back. Like, I can keep them at bay against their stuff while also advancing my own board state. So it's like I might as well just do that. Oh, absolutely. If I can get to it, I'll discard an enlistment all day. I need to bolt those Soul Wardens at some point here, though. Maybe. Let's see what we can get here. That's a Garrison. That's great, because then we can Garrison... bounce back, discard, step. But I think at this point I'm going to bolt the Standard Bearer and bolt down a Soul Warden to try and get their life, you know, make sure that their life total doesn't get too crazy and out of hand. There's a Prism. We are looking great. That's all I can say. So next turn, I'm going to start dropping some other tokens. Like, I'm going to probably go for the Battle Screech. But yeah, I think we're just so... We are, like, lined up so well against their deck. It's ridiculous. I mean, there's still ways that we can lose, but I think this is going to be a pretty solid 4-1 for us, at the very least. Like 4-0 going into a last match. So hopefully we can get there. I'm sure I'm hopeful. But we still got to get there first. So we'll see what happens. Right. Should have dealt with that Soul Warden. This is fine, though. No, definitely can't. So I'm going to hit that Soul Warden this turn. And then I should be able to play Ascend's Enlistment. And I will start attacking you with the Glint Hawks for sure. It is time. Go, just letting it through. It's always time to be awesome, Steve. How are you doing tonight? Anyone who doesn't know, Steve is a very good childhood friend of mine, so sure to say hey. Yeah, you can get there. Gonna try and go for the pumps? Yeah, there's definitely decks that can deal well against control. Boros does pretty solid against control. Stompy is actually pretty good against control. Maybe not mono black control if you're expecting that, but it definitely helps. But it helps get around Delver. It gets through Delver pretty solidly. What was the other one that you said? You said Delver, mono black, and Pestilence. Stompy might not get through Pestilence that easily. But there's definitely some good ones. You know what? Actually, I'll just attack all out. I don't need to be holding up any blockers or anything. And I'll just ditch for Ascend's Enlistment anyway. So I'm just going to end up getting there. Like, my microphone is, like, right over where my graveyard is. So let me pop that out there. Make that a little more visible. Things are going pretty awesome. We are currently 3-0. We got a pretty great matchup here, so like it actually feels pretty strong for the 4-0 going into trying for a 5-0. So we're going to see how this goes. But I'm feeling very, very confident right now. And that's a Galvanic Blast. So this is going to be really interesting. I'm going to swing in with my Flyers. They're probably going to block the tokens, and then I'll just blow up their veteran armor. Who called it? Oh, I'm always betraying the elves. At some point, like, I loved elves. I love playing elves. I'm intending to do a lot of more elves, honestly. Ramosin Rally doesn't... Okay, so it pumps those, but doesn't really do much else. So sure. Thing about elves right now is, last thing, this new setup looks dope. Awesome, thanks so much. Here, I don't need to see their graveyard quite so much, so let me do that. Soul's Attendant is a little bit of a problem. I really want to see my Electrickery any day now. Let's go for it. I'm going to hold back on playing the Great Furnace, because next turn I'm going to try and go for another Sun's Enlistment. But I also don't want to, like, use it and then have them, like, blow me out with an attack. Like, see, there's a Ramosan Rally. So they're going to block, and they're just going to trade with these. Actually, you know what? I am just going to Prismatic Strands here. Because now I can also reactivate it again out of my graveyard if needed. But it made them waste a thing, so I'm very okay with that. There's the Galvanic Blast. We can deal with the Soul's Attendant. Yeah, that's a desperation play right there. And that's totally okay with me. I still take a good chunk of damage. Raise the alarm. Okay, now I'm going to bolt that. I could have cast another Sun's Enlistment. This is fine though. Like, I'm really just not worried about how things look at this point. Odds are good that we're just going to win this. We've still got a Strands in the yard, so I feel even better about doing this now. Pick up the planes, and I'll ditch the planes. Retrace is fun, guys. There's the scoop. Alright, so another 2 more Electrickeries come in. Prismatic Strands comes in. And Lone Missionary comes in as well. Battle Screeches are fine. Sun's Enlistment are great. Palace Sentinels, not so much. It'll win us out in the long game, but otherwise it's not that great. Journey to Nowhere, again, not that great. They're on tokens. They're going wide with tiny little creatures. Journey, just generally speaking, isn't going to do very much. A Little Muffin, thanks for the sub. Dang, got 3 subs. 3 subs today, guys. That's amazing. I love it. Thanks so much for hanging out. Vile? I mean, yeah, I guess I could take out Vile, but I just don't see the reason to do so. I mean, why? I took out, like I said, I took out a Core Sanctifiers. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I see what you're getting at. That makes sense. Oh. This is great seeing so many people hanging out in here tonight. Thanks everyone for hanging out and joining in on the fun. I mean, this isn't a bad hand, but it's not great either. We do have Strands, we have Thraben Spectre, we have Bolts for their stuff, but we don't have, like, Electricity or anything like that. I'll still keep it, though, because we can rely on that turn 1 Thraben Spectre into a turn 2 Boros Garrison into, you know, turn 3 Hold Up Prismatic Strands. So, this is actually a good hand. It's just not really as good as we would like to see against this particular archetype. What I can also do is... Trap Master, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. So I can go Cycle Secluded Step and then bounce the Ancient Den with Boros Garrison. No problem. Hopefully you get some good rest, Report. Have a great night. And if you want to catch the 5-0, which hopefully we'll get there, should be on YouTube soon. Probably won't be on until at least tomorrow. But there's always going to be the replay at the end of the day. So definitely be sure to check it out. And I hope to see you around next time. Okay, so what's the best way to do this? I think it's just pass the turn here. Like, I could play Lone Missionary, but it's not going to do too much. I'd rather hold Strands in case I need it. And then I can also, like, hold up the Clue and other things like that. Viet Honey! That is my friend Nee, everyone. Welcome everyone from Nee's channel. How's it going? Holy hell. 89 viewers? Jeez. Heck yeah. Should do a raid next time. Those are awesome. Type / raid. And there you go. Okay, so sack the Clue. And here we go. It's a Battle Screech. I still think it's go Windscarred Crag, hold up Prismatic Strands, though. No. Because they could always go, like, raise the alarm into kill me. So. Awesome. See, that's what I was worried about. And, jeez, what can I do here? I can just ditch Strands, right? Wow, I should have cast Prism. Because then I could have just ditched the Strands. Wow. Maybe that was a misplay. Yeah. Thanks again so much, Nee. Hopefully you have a great rest of your night. That's a Veteran Armorer. That's frustrating, but okay. Pew pew. Play Prophetic Prism. So now we've got Galvanic Blast for 4. We'll pass it. Again, this is basically the kind of matchup where we really just want to play the long game best we can. Like, if I start going off of Battle Screech, they can just come in and just punish me hard. So, the more I can do it like this, the better. That's a triple cut spirits, if ever I've seen one. Play Prism. And we'll play Thraben Inspector. So at the end step, if they don't go in for an attack, we can go sacrifice the clue and cycle a secluded step. But obviously then we're holding a prismatic strands in the event that they do try and go in for an attack. I'll take 3. Yeah, so I haven't been able to figure out how to get the now playing thing to work with because I switched over to Streamlabs OBS from the just plain old OBS, and I can't quite figure out how to get it to just show the now playing like I want it to. Oh, another Strands. This is amazing. Like I said, I'm definitely in this for the long game, but this is great. This is exactly where I want to be. I mean, that's fine. I'll figure it out one of these days. Like, there's things I could do that's not the way I want to do it, so... but I'll mess around with it at some point. Soul's Attendant, that's gonna get bolted. I don't like Soul's Attendant. I don't like them gaining life. I will happily pick up a Prophetic Prism here, though. That's another Skyfisher, but again, playing the long game here. Because white really just doesn't have any way to just prevent, you know, or any way to stop damage prevention. So we have the long game here at this rate. I mean, dogs are pretty decent. It's a veteran armor, and that is fine with me. I'm gonna bolt it clean out of the... Well, it's not in the sky, but I'm gonna bolt it down all the same. I'm going to gain a bunch of life, play a Thraben Inspector, and we're just going to pass the turn off to them. Why am I sitting on Screech for so long? Because I'm just trying to get some extra value in my play here. But it's probably what I'm going to do next turn. Like, if they waste a Remotion Rally here, then I don't know what to say. Sure. They're not doing anything else, so I'll go Strands here. And now I've got a Strands in the yard, so I can worry even less about not quite getting there with Battle Screech. Huh. Jeez, wouldn't that would be one hell of a way to get punished, wouldn't it? Man, going on 2 hours already with just one league. That's all. It's pretty awesome, to be honest. Normally I can get a league done in like an hour and a half, but this is taking a bit longer. I'm okay with it, but it's interesting. I wonder what they're doing. Triplicate Spirits again? Very interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. It can, though. Definitely taking the slow route here, though. Playing it very, very safe. I don't think it'd be Angelic Purge. Yeah, because Angelic Purge requires you to sacrifice. It doesn't have Convoke. Yeah. Yeah, you can get there with that. 3 damage is fine by me. Fire it off or hold it. I think I just go in, right? Yeah. Yeah. So swing all out. Ooh, that would be sweet, wouldn't it? And I can send enlistment for the flashback. Prismatic Strands. Double blocking the Glint Hawk feels really interesting. Like, that sort of tells me that they just don't have it. I feel like they just don't have the pump. Interesting. Luann. I'm saying that right. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the elf ball, even though, like I said, not doing elves tonight. Nope, nope. What are they doing? They've clearly got the pump here, then. Scooped it up. There it is. 4-0. Let's go. Let's keep it going, guys. Got one more. Can we get that sick 5-0 ending? That would be the Stone Cold Nuts, if you ask me. Heck yeah. We can do it. We just got to get there. Sometimes in life, you just got to ask yourself, are you feeling lucky? I certainly am. So let's do it. One more to go. One more to go. Boros them out. Anyone who hasn't seen wants to see. This is what we're running tonight. Some good old-fashioned Boros Monarch action. And so far, we're 4-0 with it. We're doing great. You can get one more and get that trophy. That's what I want to see. Bam is right. Yeah, let's Neutron. Definitely Neutron. The paparazzi with the sub. Holy hell, this is one heck of a sub train tonight, guys. That makes four subs tonight. Thank you so much, everyone who's subbing, everyone who's following. We had a donation tonight, too. This has been amazing. This has been an amazing stream. I'm just, thanks to everyone who helps support me, supports the stream, supports Magic, supports Pauper. This format's growing. It needs a little bit more of a push, but we're getting there. We're seeing major tournaments, major events online. We're seeing big streamers starting to, pick back up a little bit here and there. We have Birdman does Pauper challenges every week. We have a couple known big name streamers do occasional Pauper runs, like Conley, Woods. We have who's the other one? Darkest Mage. I don't think he's done any Pauper in a while now after the whole ghosting incident, but we still have them. We've got other big content creators. So it's great seeing the amount of love that this format has been getting, and it's growing. So we'll just have to see how things continue to keep going. Blue Black and Mono Black are okay. I would say it depends on your local meta. If you're looking at online, I would recommend Blue Black more than Mono Black, but both are a little bit down in the meta, although Blue Black has been making a bit of a comeback in a certain particular build as of late. His hand is slow, but I'll keep it. The fact that we can go Thraben Inspector into Core Skyfisher is pretty solid. It's just going to take us a little extra time to kind of get that ball rolling. Island. So, what do we got? Is it Delver? Is it Blue Black? Is it Tribe? Is it Is it blitz? I guess we'll find out, won't we? I'm hoping that it's like tribe or blitz, because we just crush those decks so hard. And especially when we're sitting on things like prismatic strains in our hand. Double Island kind of reads Delver, though. Yeah, this really reads Mono Blue Delver pretty heavily. I'm gonna go for the Skyfisher. If they have a if they're gonna use a counter spell, then I'd rather them use it now. Yeah. So this definitely feels like Delver so far. I don't have anything that I can do, so I'm just gonna F6. But like my next turn I can go Prismatic or Prophetic Prism into Core Skyfisher. Seems like a pretty solid deal. Right? Those sweet, sweet Guru lands. Interesting. So I guess they have another counter spell. Yep. So it's definitely Mono Blue Delver. And we should do decent here, but it could go in a couple different directions, honestly. What the? Radiant Fountain? That smells a little bit less Delver, honestly. That seems a bit more like blue-black. But I guess we'll see, right? Battle Screech is great. Can't really do anything with it now this turn, though. But next turn, it's going to be great. This is really weird. I don't know what the heck is going on. So this definitely is Delver. Like, it's gotta be Delver. It's a very strange version of Delver.
When you love someone, you've got to trust them. There's no other way.
Oh, you know what this could be? This could be that, Mono Blue Control list that I saw at, SEG-Con. Or, SEG-Con, Richmond. Another counterspell. That's interesting. I'm gonna go for the blast here. No, there was like a mono blue fairies list at the GP Richmond event, and this kind of feels like that, to be honest. Like, I mean, so far from what we're seeing, it could literally just be anything. Archaeomancer? What the hell? Is this just blue? No, it can't just be blue-black, can it? This is so strange. Mono blue flicker? Never seen that kind of thing pop up. Not necessarily. They could have gotten something else other than a 4-0. What are they doing here? Serrated arrows? You got me. So I'm gonna go for the Battle Screech here. Well, tap one too many. They let me have it, so that's gonna get countered though. Yep. Yeah, it's not really gonna get there too much. Yeah, Screech is really bad. I was just trying to bait him out a little bit. Do they have Ninja? No. Spire Golem. Not much else, so. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, they got the flicker now, so it's a little annoying. So, like, we might just be matched up here kind of bad on this first game, but I think we can stand a much better chance post-board. So we know they just still have Flicker. Stormbound Geist? You got me. And I'm drawing nothing but lands. This is magic exactly as Richard Garfield intended. This is such a strange deck, though. I've never seen anything like this pop up, to be honest. Yodak! Be nice if you stop giving me these lands. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know that there's really many ways we can deal with the serrated arrows. The best way that I can see happening here is to get a bolt when they go for the Archaeomancer. Yeah, it's basically I just need to hit the Archaeomancer. This matchup definitely gets infinite times better post board, but right now it's a little meh. Absolutely. No, I love OC remixes, and they make it great for me to be able to do things like run these streams kind of thing. Because I can also then take the tongue-tied there a little bit. I can take the content that I put together through my streams, and I can like put it up on YouTube and do things like that. Dak, you gotta stop with this shit. So I have to strands here. Because if I don't strands, then they can just kill me the next turn with Spire Golem, even if I do go for the strands. Yeah, definitely not doing too good here. They're hitting a lot of their lands too, though, so I can't really complain too much. Oh, and a Skyfisher. Snap, take that. Don't have another counterspell, please. There's serrated arrows, true. Okay, I will take Sen's Enlistment here. It's not, like, the greatest, but it really helps a lot of my game plan here. Like, yes, they can just go Sen's Enlistment, or, like, serrated arrows deal with the Sen's Enlistment, but, like, they can hit the tokens this way. But on the other side of that, you know, I'm making them have to work for it that much harder. There's the flicker, so they can kill 3 of my creatures. That's fine. Is it 24 lands? I don't totally remember. 22 lands I actually run here, so definitely not doing too well for me. Yeah, like I said, I don't see myself winning this particular game, but I think we still stand a good chance for others. Are they just going all with it? So we've hit 13 of our lands so far. Yeah, I'm still gonna strands here. Well, there's the Galvanic Blast that I wanted so much. But I might have to blow it on something that's not. The Archaeomancer. Yeah, okay, now I'm just dead no matter what I do. So I'm gonna skip it up. They had Echoing Truth in the main deck. What the hell is going on here? Sanctifiers, you are snap coming in. Electrickery is okay. The Pyroblast definitely comes in. Relic, Prismatic Strands, Sense Enlistment and Battle Screeches are shit tier awful. Palace Sentinels are okay. Journey to Nowhere is not really that good here. I'll leave the 1 Electrickery in just in case of like any 1/1s or anything, but I don't know that I really need it here or want it. You know what? Actually, yeah. We're going to just bring the other Palace Sentinels back in, cut the Electrickery. Like, we should just have, like, great game here, especially, like I said, after the post board, when we're bringing all this other stuff, we should be doing a lot better. I think Strands is where we want to be. I mean, I would much rather have Strands than a lot of these other cards that are in my deck, to be honest, or that are in my sideboard. Journey to Nowhere doesn't really do very much because they can just flicker in response. Like Standard Bearer, they just shoot it down. Sense Enlistment, again, they just shoot down the tokens. I don't see very much going on here that makes me want something else. I feel like Strands... No, Journey to Nowhere is bad because they just have Ghostly Flicker. So they'll just Ghostly Flicker whatever I'm targeting. And again, we are still playing 4 Galvanic Blast, 4 Lightning Bolt, and we're going 3 Pyroblast. Prismatic Strand stops them from attacking us where we need it to. Like, it obviously helped us really stay in the game in there. So that's what I'm kind of hoping for to continue on. This is good because we can get turn 1 Relic of Progenitus. We have Pyroblasts held up. This is great. That's probably fair. I'll do that next game. But having turn 1 Relic really helps here. Come on, that's not a white source. So yeah, at this point they're just going to hold up counter magic. And I'm not going to draw any white sources, so this is going to suck. I'm gonna take that out of here. Nope. Deck just wants to keep giving me Great Furnaces, apparently. Boy howdy, wouldn't it suck if they went and got no, wait, because that's... Echoing Truth is non-land permanent, right? Yeah, cool. So I don't have to worry about, like, Echoing Truth or anything like that. Damn, deck. Yo, deck, you see this? See this shit? Stop it. There we go. You're a little late, but better late than never, I say. jeez, Dak. Come on. Spell stutter spray? Yeah, that's fine. Actually, I should play that Great Furnace, shouldn't I? Yeah, this is really weird. So I guess I do want the Electrickeries then for if we go into Game 3. This is weird as hell. That's another spell stutter. Well, this sucks. Three cards. Interesting. Now it's giving me lands. Ghostly Flicker? Yeah, that's fine. Do I have Twitch Prime? I do have Twitch Prime. Use it all the time. See what I did there? Try and go for another Glint Hawk. Another Glinty boy. Bits? Heck yeah. Hit me with a link on, like, Facebook or something. Shows to shuffle the library. Seems decent. Annie with the bits. Thank you so much. Yeah, Sanctifier Pyroblast is exactly where I'm at. I probably got another counterspell. No, they don't. Oh boy. That feels great. I'm gonna hold up that step because I want to get rid of that. Bless these draws indeed. I'm feeling it. You feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Because I sure am. Well, that's butts. Let's try it. I mean, they can get an attack in, but we're going to force them to start attacking by doing that, so... Maybe I should have attacked them with the Sanctifiers. Sanctifiers can't block. This is fine, though. Heck yeah! Alright, so they gave us the map. They gave us the game there. So Electrickery definitely seems a little bit better. So we'll go for a 2 of on that one. Sentinels still feels medium. Strands, we can go down one. And they were going like for the flyer strategy. So you know what? I'm gonna keep my deck like this. Sun's Enlistment seems okay, but I think this is okay. So we're going into the last game here. We got one more game. We'll see how this goes. We have gone so far. If I can look at it real quick. 2-0, 2-1, 2-1, and 2-0. Not too bad tonight. So lots of games, lots of magic. This hand does not seem like it'll get us there. Man. This hand just doesn't do a lot. But we're on the draw. It takes them a while to get going. You know what? I'm going to roll with it. It's risky, but I think, because considering what they're doing versus what I'm doing, I think this is fine. Oh, and we got a vial too, so yeah, we're great. And a bolt too. Seems solid. If they want to counter this, it's fine. No counter. I like it even more. This isn't a mono blue Delver. This is like mono blue control. It's really strange. So, Skyfisher, pick up Alchemist Vial into Boros Garrison. Feels like the right line here. We gotta discard a card so we can discard Prismatic Strands. Evoke Moldrifter. Seems good. Attack in with Stormbound Geist. I'll block all day. And then I'll bolt it the next turn. Yeah, we're actually doing pretty solid right now. Play down this Vial again. We got a Glint Hawk. Wow, this is about as well as we could have hoped it to go, to be honest. And there's the Serrated Arrows. That's fine, because I have Sanctifiers next turn with a Bolt. I have no problem with this whatsoever. You know what feels great? Doing this. Yeah, I feel very strongly about this game right now. Be a shame if something happened to those arrows. Nice Spire Golem. Nice Spell Stutter Sprite. Sure, you got me. Okay, so we're not too far off. We're very, very close to a 5-0. I believe in us. That's not so good, though. You know what makes it? You know what really makes this deck work though, really well? Core Skyfisher. Core Skyfisher's pretty solid, if you ask me. I think it's a decent way to go about this. Dispel. Aww. Yeah, they had serrated arrows in the main board. So this is going to be really interesting. Like, they could just have counter magic. This could go to a bunch of different places. I'm going to let that happen. As much as I want to Sanctifiers that serrated arrows, like, I want to make sure I have insurance, and right now I don't have that insurance. I kind of got a little greedy last turn, to be honest. I'm going to get punished for it, but I don't really have much other choice. Because they haven't shown me a counterspell yet. They could also just go Ghostly Flicker in response. So, like, I have to make sure I have some action to deal with it. Oh, they're not going to do that. So they've got a choice here. They look okay to me. We're still doing fine. That's interesting. Sure. What that tells me is that they only had one counterspell and were debating how they wanted to use it. And sure enough. So they're going to hit Sanctifiers, that's fine. Oh, did they have a Flicker? Oh, Echoing Truth. Well, they still... Yeah, they're looking really good right now, actually. I'm not gonna lie, they're in a bit of a tough spot. Well, Electrickery helps. It's still not great. Like, their clock is still way, way better than ours. And these lands are not helping. Guess I die. But you know what? I will take a 4-1 over a 5-0 all day. Like I said, unfortunately, I think I got a little greedy there. I probably could have gone for the Sanctifier. But kind of mucked it up just a little bit there. Because now they've probably got a counter or something. Yeah, so that's just it. So that's game, unfortunately. Well, no, it's not. Wait a minute. Hold on. No, I can still vial. We're not quite there yet, but we're almost there. They have the flicker. Yeah, they got the flicker, so I'm just... Something's dead here. My board state's gone. Strand stayed in post-board because they run still a lot of other blue creatures. Yeah, Stormbound Geist, the Spellstutter Sprite. Obviously, now we see they had Mole Drifter, but they had other things too going on. Archaeomancer. They just had a lot of blue creatures, and it was just a good way for me to kind of deal with them a little bit more. It just so happens that they just happen to get like all of their Spire Golems, which just made it really hard to deal with. Yeah, now that's the game. So, scoop it up. But 4-0, I mean, but there really wasn't much else we could bring in, you know. We ended up cutting, like, the Battle Screeches, and we did cut, like, some number of strands. I think we cut the Sense Enlistment, too, because, again, we knew that they were on serrated arrows. So, I mean, we're bringing in 3 Pyroblast, the Relic, Sanctifiers. So there really wasn't much else. I mean, I guess we could have brought in Missionary to stop them, but again, that just dies to serrated arrows as well. So, I mean, this still feels really good for a 4-1, but it really felt like I really punted there a little bit by not blowing up that serrated arrows when I had the chance. But we also got flooded a bit, so, I mean, that happens. So... at this point, I'm going to end it here. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. If you guys want to hang out, check me out. I got my Twitter, YouTube, which I'm going to try and upload a bit more videos to very soon. I've got some replays here I want to upload. I've got a Discord server that I'm just starting to really kind of push a little bit. And I've got my articles, too. I'm now with CoolStuffInc.com, writing articles formerly with Hipsters of the Coast. If you want to see my archives of those, my links are down below. As well as right here. So, you know, if you like the stream, follow. If you want to help me out, you can always subscribe. You got, you know, there's always those Twitch Prime if you got Amazon Prime. If not me, then you can use it on your favorite stream or elsewhere. So, at this point, I'm going to cut it and end my stream here tonight. It's been a lot longer than I wanted it to. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time. Have a great night, guys.